Hi guys, welcome to Full Time Devils. This is tomorrow's transfers. Today it's Friday night. We're talking Saturday's headlines. Now it is a little bit quiet on the headline front in terms of transfers, as Manchester United are the early kickoff in the Premier League over the weekend, and we'll have it all covered here on Full Time Devils. Of course, we'll be at the game as well. The Swansea game. We'll be at the Liberty Stadium and we'll be covering it all. Tonight, though, we're talking transfers and we're talking the headlines that Manchester United are making in those newspapers tomorrow. We're talking David De Gea and Donnarumma, AC Milan's goalkeeper. We're talking Jose Mourinho, who's been speaking about potential transfers. We're talking about Gareth Bale. And away from transfers, we've got some injury updates for you guys as well. I can see the numbers climbing as we speak, and I can see your comments as well. So keep those coming through. Thank you all for getting involved. We got Eves, we got Mujib, we got Matthias, we got Silks, we got Shian, Sean, and many, many more in here. Hope you guys are all doing well. And as Sean says, you lot must have no life if you're moaning about 1 minute lateness. You should know me by now. I'm always going to be a little bit late. And besides, I wasn't late anyway. When I jumped on, it was 11 o'clock. So if your clock's fast, that's your own problem. We are, though, live now. It's tomorrow's transfers today. And as I said, it's a little bit quiet ahead of that Swansea game in terms of transfers. But we have got it covered. Now, the Sun, yes, those scumbags at the Sun have been speaking about David De Gea. Now, it's not about an immediate transfer. You'll be happy to hear. But they do say if Manchester United can attract Donnarumma to the club, then they would allow David De Gea to leave next season. Now, I don't... Look, if David De Gea left, I think Donnarumma would be a fantastic signing to replace him. But I don't want David De Gea to leave. He is the best goalkeeper in the world. And Manchester United have managed to keep Real Madrid away from him. They don't seem to be wanting to sign him at this moment in time. And because of that, we should just stay firm. Don't let him go anywhere. He's not kicking up a fuss. And maybe we could even offer him a new contract. Get him to sign another contract again and extend it by a couple of more years so that if he does want to leave in a season or two, we get more money for him and it's more difficult for him to leave. So I don't think Manchester United should even consider or contemplate being without David De Gea. I think in terms of goalkeepers, we're fine. Sergio Romero, Joel Pereira coming through, who's another fantastic young goalkeeper and has the potential to go on to great things. But I don't think we need to be thinking about bringing somebody in. Tony says DDG is the best in the world. Caleb says they're all scumbags at the Sun, and I totally agree with that as well. F. Bale says Jaden. Dino says Martial's better than him. United should tell Real to piss off, says Glenn. I like that. 10-year contract would be nice, says Sam. How just about a lifetime contract would be good enough for David De Gea? Do we still need Griezmann, says Tokyo? I think when it comes to it next... I think Manchester United aren't a complete squad just because we beat West Ham 4-0. You know, it doesn't mean we're good. We're so good that we don't need the likes of Antoine Griezmann. I think next summer we'll probably still target Antoine Griezmann. I think it'd be a great signing as well. Hopefully this season we can get our Premier League title back. The next summer we can look at trying to add to the side to be able to challenge and hopefully win a European Cup in a few years. But the first things first, we have to get that league title back. We don't need Bale, but we could use him, says Arman. And bring Draxler and Rose, says Paolo. Where's all that come from? That's terrible business. Only do that if we're going to make insane profit. Donnarumma won't be as good as De Gea for at least 4 years, says Dismal. Selling De Gea would be like selling Steve Housen. Selling... Oh, whoa, whoa. Selling Steve's not that bad. Bloody hell. We get a few quid for Steve, we'll get rid of him. Happy days. Wouldn't sell Madrid for a bag of piss, says Jules. One more big transfer, says Dimension. I don't think it's going to happen. And if you've been hearing Jose Mourinho's comments as well, he's been talking about signings again today. And he's been in the Daily Star. And Jose's still been saying, I wanted 4 signings. But if he doesn't get them, he doesn't mind. In the embargoed presser as well, he's been talking about Anthony Martial and how he's looking forward to seeing better from him this season. And he thinks Martial will be better this season, which is great to see and hear some positivity from the manager about one of our best younger players. But Jose was saying that he did want a 4th signing, maybe so that it could allow him to play with a wing back. And he wanted a left wing back maybe, but he's not got that at the moment. It doesn't look like we're going to make any signings. Ivan Perisic has just signed a new contract at Inter Milan. So, look, we're not going to get another signing, I don't think. But Jose says he is still looking for a fourth. It looks like it's a wide man. And maybe if he can get it, then he will sign him. But I don't think he will. I don't think we will get him. And I don't think he'll rush into making any signings either. As producer Chris says in the comments, make sure you're hitting that like button. And just a quick heads up as well, guys. Tomorrow, we're at the Liberty Stadium. We'll be live at 11:30 a.m. UK time, or an hour ahead of kickoff, if you don't know what time that is your end. So an hour ahead of kickoff, we'll be live. We'll be live straight after we finish fan cams with reaction as well. So make sure you keep it locked to Full Time Devils throughout the weekend. We'll have everything covered around the game between Manchester United and Swansea, and hopefully another 3 points for the club. Talking about transfers though today, and Richard says Bale's not realistic, and from the sounds that are coming out from Spain, which the Express have covered, is that Gareth Bale at this moment in time feels like Manchester United would be a step down for him. Now, I can totally understand why he would think that at this moment in time. Now, I think when you think of clubs in world football, Manchester United, Real Madrid, Barcelona, they're the elite clubs, Bayern Munich as well, they're the elite clubs. And you look at those clubs and you think, at this moment in time, Real Madrid are just head and shoulders above every other club. They're better than everyone. They've beaten United quite comfortably. They've beaten Barcelona quite comfortably. And I think at this moment in time, in terms of on the pitch, Real Madrid to United would be a step down, because United aren't as likely to win the European Cup this season as Real Madrid are. Real Madrid are obviously a better team. But in terms of stature of the club and size of the club, I think it's a sideward step, to be totally honest with you. I don't think it's that much of a step down. Wages, fans, exposure, etc. is pretty much the same. So I do kind of agree with those comments that are coming out in Spain in terms of whether it would be a step down for Gareth Bale. Immediately, I think it would, because we're not as good as Real Madrid at this moment in time. But we are very early days in Jose Mourinho's development of this side and this squad. And that's the aim, to become the best team in Europe. And right now, we're not that. It's that simple. Away from transfers, Jose Mourinho has confirmed that Ashley Young and Luke Shaw are set to play against Swansea for the under-23s on Monday, which will be great to see as well. Which would leave us, once they get back to fitness, it will leave us with just Marcus Rojo out. Which was, I tweeted earlier that it's nice to have Young and Shaw returning. And someone was like, Ashley Young, who cares? But if you don't want Jose Mourinho to have a full squad, then that's very, very odd. Luluk, thank you for getting involved. It's good evening here, but good morning where you are. Notification squad says, Elliot, Jose says he has got complete faith in Martial and believes he will improve. Good to hear. Yes, it is very good to hear. Anthony Martial needs to be playing, and hopefully he'll get a start. Jose was talking about Lukaku and Rashford, and he also mentioned Lukaku and Martial. And I think whilst we could see in a few games Lukaku, Martial and Rashford in a forward three, I think it will be Rashford or Martial, Lukaku and Mkhitaryan more often than not. I think we'll switch up Martial and Rashford, and we'll switch up Mickey and Mata. I think that will be the way it works for Manchester United this season. So yeah, that's it from us in terms of the headlines today, guys. The Sun saying, if United can get Donnarumma, we'll let De Gea go. Fuck that shit. Jose saying he wants 4 signings but probably won't get one. And Gareth Bale saying it'd be a step down for him to leave Real Madrid to Man United. Ashley Young and Luke Shaw are set to return to the under-23s as well, away from transfers. And if you haven't seen it, then go and check out the podcast, the second episode of the podcast. Webby was joined by Steve this week. I'm not sure why Gaz wasn't on it. I was hoping Gaz was on it again. But yeah, maybe Gaz will return next week. I'm not sure what's going on. But go and check out the podcast anyway. And of course, guys, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, liking, commenting, and sharing. Now, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to have a beer or maybe something a little bit stronger and get an early night in me, because I've got to be up 4, 5, 6 o'clock to get on the road to Wales. Guys, I've been Adam McCullough. This has been Full Time Devils. Make sure you join us tomorrow for everything Match Day Mac. And of course, till then, I'm Adam McCullough. I'm out of here.